次はどこに行くんだ？リーユへの名所を巡りたいなら、いい案がいくつかあるぞ。
Hello, testing. I don't know. Actually, I don't want to talk right now. I just feel lazy to talk. Oh, goes right here. Filler.
花と酒を手に景色を堪能しようとした
Hello,
が、
testing. I hope the voice
あの
not
頃
too
とは
loud.
もう違う。悠々とまた。
Oh, hello guys. Nothing really nice to hear. How you doing? And happy new year to you. This guy is not expecting you all coming to my stream. Actually, it's a bit while not streaming, that why. Feel good to be back on the stream, I think. Why am I looking over here? What? My voice is too loud right now or something. Think so. I think so. Not.
Every journey has
Happy
its
New Year to
final
you.
day.
Do my voice is too loud to you or not? I don't know. Happy New Year to you. Wow, actually this year is very quick. I mean, very quick actually. I'm not expecting we already almost 2024 right now. It's just like a 2023. I'm getting old right now. I'm an old man. Yeah, everything is very quick. I like it. I hope this year, I hope 2024 is better year. Nothing happened like a 2020 before. I'm an old man. All people say. Not really an old man, but feel like an old. Like why? Wait, why are you kind of doing the event quest right now? Which one? This one? We cannot start the quest actually. What it is? What is that? Not completed command quest will not infect. Oh, this one. Okay, sorry. Not doing all the quests yet. It was quick. We are getting old. Yeah, we're getting old. That's why it goes. We're getting old right now. Something weird. We're all getting old. Don't worry about it. The old not mean we cannot be friends, right? Why actually I need to go, by the way? We need to go over here. Hey, you're on. Wait, you on holiday right now, Ghost? Okay, you not like you have free time right now. It's kind of rare you come to my stream.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet.
You call me Ghost. Yeah, it was. That's your name.
Allow me to introduce you.
They
This
recommend name
is
for
the
you.
traveler
You'll
at
call
Paimon.
yourself Ghost. You always be ghost to me.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, we've heard the owner of GIGABYTE is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
You always on holiday. You always on holiday. Okay. Glad to hear that you
Why,
are
thank
still
you.
on holiday.
I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened?
Sorry about that. I'm
I
playing
can tell
Genshin
the
right now.
conversation didn't go quite as expected.
I play the game you're not playing
well,
right now.
It's like this.
Ugh.
I know, Chiori. You don't have to say it. You
Paimon
did
voice,
remind me
Paimon
that
voice.
this
Yeah, you
investor
always
was a
be
little bit
Paimon.
sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how
Hurt
could
my-
I pass it up? He offered
Why
me twice
Paimon
as
voice
much as
can
the
hurt your
others.
ear?
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes.
I don't know,
After
it
obtaining
looked
such
fine
an
to me.
excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
I have played Genshin for a
What?
while,
You're saying
and
that
she
you have
annoying.
a plan?
I don't know.
No,
If
that's not
you
what I mean.
annoying for you, it's
I'm
fine. Don't worry
simply
about it.
saying I wouldn't give up
For
just
me,
yet.
it's still fine to
The
me.
actors I recommended
Not
aren't
really
just
annoying,
after
but
Mora after
the
all.
the part is she talking a lot. That's why. She talking a lot more than the main character. The main character. Can I? Oh, it's Ayato. And Ayaka. And Yomiya.
Really? Then where do you live? We Malazines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
You're so thoughtful. But some Malazines choose to live in the court of Fontaine
Lunari,
because
ahoy,
it's so
Luna.
much more convenient.
Happy New Year to you. Happy.
This is our stop.
Happy or New Year's.
We've
Eve.
arrived, but I haven't even finished chatting
Happy
with
New Year
Eval
to
yet.
you, Eva. I mean,
I
Luna.
also enjoyed Aval's introductions
Sure,
to
for sure,
Fontaine
eat
along
her.
the way.
Not right
Everything
now.
you
I not eat
described
her
was
right now.
so clear and
Maybe,
detailed
maybe,
that we can't
maybe
help
the
but
end
want
of
to
this
hear
chapter
more.
we eat her. I don't know.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on this aqua bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
Lol, end of
It's
the
an
chapter.
honor
Yeah,
to
it
have
was the
the
end
head
of the chapter.
Kamisato clan visit us.
End of the chapter we eat
So
Paimon,
there
so
you
don't worry
remember
about
you
it.
said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Wow,
Oh,
what a
the
coincidence!
event's so good.
Ayaka and I were just
I know, some
talking
people
about you on
talking
the
is
way
very good.
here.
I want to see the
Are you also
cutscene.
here for the film?
That was a very
We
good
just ran
cutscene. I
into
want to see.
Xavier
What
earlier
happened to
and he
Yoimiya? I
wanted
mean,
him.
Yoimiya get killed. I'm just so curious what happened to Yoimiya right now.
I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
Would that describe this event? Is this drama? Is this drama? Yeah, it was a Fountain, right? Fountain always a lot of drama happen. Anyway, have fun. Have to go right now. Bye bye. Oh, okay. Thank you for coming, Ghost, and have a great day and Happy New Year to you. Bye bye. Thank you for coming.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you. So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
No, I'm just kind of waiting. Why
Oh,
Ayato
so
not
you
wearing
all
like
know
an
each
outfit,
other
new
already.
outfit? I mean,
My, what a coincidence. What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Ayato always asking for boba right now. Do you have boba in Fontaine? Okay, never mind. It's not funny.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are.
And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Wow. Inazuma is like a people not from actually Inazuma people like feel new to this fountain thing. So many modern thing happen. This is like a the fountain more like a modern era right now. Wait, why I need to go? Go to the hotel. Florina is busy. I need to complete the quest. I not finished the Florina quest. Ah, sheesh. I not finished the Florina quest and bruh. Okay, I need to finish that. I'm not doing we do not. Wait, what? We do not. But we have a
Where do you want to go next?
cameras.
If
We,
you'd like to see Leo
Okay, Lord. Wait, what?
spots,
What you mean? What you mean,
I
Luna?
have a few references.
Give me that. Let me finish the Florina quest first. I not finished the Florina quest. Just I doing like a half a quest. Wait, now we can do it. Oh, wow. Oh, never mind. Okay, we can continue it. Okay, wait, what? Bruh, me to tell me to do the quest camera with a K like camera. Wait, what you mean? What
Lady
K?
Farina?
What kind of K is that?
What's Lady Farina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Farina will be supporting our production of the Little Oceanid
K like
in
a
the
camera?
role
K like
of
a camera?
artistic consultant.
K like
These
camera?
two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun. So, you were saying the Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure
by the way, I
enough,
have been
she
a
found
bit
friendship
busy with the school,
and
so
even
I'm
love.
back
Everything seemed
at
perfect.
Egypt, so school
But
again.
one day, her true
Wait,
identity was
what? You back to the
exposed,
school again?
and her world
No more
came crashing
school
down
at home?
around her.
So far, so good. A classic
I mean,
tale.
real school. I mean,
What
not from
happened
the
after
house.
that?
That's
mean,
one
not
of the
from
issues
home.
we've been trying to
No
deal
home
with.
school. Only
Unfortunately,
real
this
school.
was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
Wait,
We
wait,
still
wait,
haven't
what?
decided
Wait, what? You
between
back
a
to the
happy
Egypt?
ending or a
Wait,
true-to-life
you're not
tragedy.
staying in New York anymore?
By true to
I
life,
think you stay in New York.
you
Wait, what?
mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not
So, I
just our
mean,
own.
you stay in Europe right now.
And one last thing.
So, I mean, if you
We're
play
still
Genshin
waiting on
in the
confirmation
North
from two
America,
of our main actors.
dude,
The
you
first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover.
maybe the server.
He's
I mean,
locked
the
himself away to
server
focus
kind
on
of little
writing
bit
an
lengthy,
ending for
you
the
know.
script.
But you stay in the main
The
in the
deadline's
North
passed,
America.
and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist.
But
He
actually,
took the
good to
director's
you.
death pretty
Good for
hard.
you because you back to the
Hasn't set
Egypt.
foot in the city since. He did write to us,
And
promising that he'll be
good
there
to
for
you.
the final
You
performance.
already back from the
but
school,
we haven't seen or
so you
heard from
can
him since.
meet someone,
So we're not really sure what to
meet a
make
new
of that.
friend.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping
It's
us,
a bit lengthy,
maybe we
but
should
not
take
much.
the
Okay,
opportunity
it's not
to
much.
get
It's
everyone
fine.
back
Okay.
together.
Everything is fine.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises.
I'm still thinking I want
All
to
of
pull
us
it for
look up to you
Navia,
as a
but
role model.
I don't know. Some
You're making me all flustered.
it's very scary to pull in for
Although, not
Navia
in
right
a
now. I
bad
mean,
way.
she really good. I mean, I
suspect
like her
the reason
E.
they're
I mean,
dragging their feet is that
her
they
E
have
very
their doubts
very good,
about whether the
but
show will really
about the
go
cloud
ahead,
retainer, I
considering
need to
all
save
the
on
issues
cloud
we've been
retainer. That why.
facing. But one by one, all the obstacles
When
are
I come
being
back to the
removed.
school, my
Now
friend
is
made
the
me a
time to
surprise
rally the
party. I was so
troops.
happy. Oh,
Makes sense.
okay, that's nice.
Okay, priority number
Wait,
one.
how long? Wait,
Let's
how
check
long
in
you
with
already
Paulo and see
in
where he's at
Egypt?
with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago.
So-
Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of
I
isolation.
want Navia, but I
I
want.
thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be
Whoa,
to take
okay, there's so
visitors.
many.
Given that Poisson was flooded
You
not
want
too long
Navia,
ago.
you want Knev,
But
you want
I guess it's the opposite.
King-
A friend in need and all that.
There's so many characters you wanted.
Yeah, maybe you could use some company.
I don't know. Maybe I skip Navia because I'm not really using Geo character.
Nothing. I suppose my presence
And at the same
will
time,
be indispensable.
Cloud
if
Retainer
we
is
are to
healer, so
restore his
I'm
faith
like a
in the
healer
show.
character. So maybe I'm
So,
pulling
allons-y.
from.
To Poisson.
Maybe I just pulling from a Cloud Retainer. So we go to Poisson. It sounds like a croissant. I mean, it's Poisson, but sound like a croissant. Okay, maybe I can. Can I continue the quest? Oh, I need to finish the Farina quest. No, you're right. I went to New York and when I was egg because good doctor are in the New York, but now I'm back to Egypt. So that means you eat because.
Osmanthus.
So you already in Egypt very long time, right? Do you forget something? Maybe I forget something though. Do I miss something right now? I'm not sure. It's been a while not streaming, so sometimes I not really remember so much thing.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it? Paula?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right.
Fonte
Forget that
is
for
friend,
now.
so only
Just come on
console
out.
and
We've got some
English
great
only.
news.
Yeah, I know.
Nice
Fonte
try.
is like a
Look, just
Fonte
give
is
me
like a
some time,
Fonte
okay?
is French,
Just
so you
wrapping
sound
up
like a
the last part of the script. I'll be out once
no.
I'm
You
done.
just the way you sound
Okay,
like a
then. Looking
consonant and
forward to your
consonant is more like a
masterpiece.
similar sound. The sound
So,
look familiar.
as
That one.
expected, he's missed the deadline.
8 years in Egypt, 5 years
The
in New
ending
York.
is one of the most
So right now
important
you
parts of
in
the
Egypt
show.
or
Even once he's
in
done,
New York?
it isn't final until we've
Right
all
now.
had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
So 8.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Farina, too.
So you're 14 right now, right? I mean
I
13.
was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in
Maybe
the
already.
meantime. I've made
Oh,
all
you're
the
in
arrangements
Egypt right now.
already.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's
I think
okay.
you're in New
We
York
can
right
just
now.
wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll.
Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend.
All right now,
but it's a slow
Egypt,
process.
13.
Some
Oh yeah,
people may
you're
never
13 right
recover
now.
from
Okay.
the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Now for I feel bad about
Must
it.
our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do.
No, my
And
birthday is
if you're
13
trying to make a
November.
new start,
13 November.
perhaps it's best if you
13?
don't bring up the past all
same
the
it-
time.
With your
Thank you
ages
for
right
your
now.
words of comfort.
November.
You make a very good point. But for
Wait,
now,
November
at
is
least,
next year, right? No,
I
no,
think I
it's
should
January.
stay with the way I'm feeling for a while
November.
longer.
It's okay. These things take
Oh,
time.
okay, that's a
Moving
long
on
way.
from a painful experience is easier said than done.
It's too early to say happy birthday to you,
Brings me to
but
why
it
I'm
already
here.
passed, so sorry about that.
Thought you should probably
what?
know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you
Your
are
birthday
just an
in 11.
actress playing the role of
13,
Farina.
11.
It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the
My
courageous
birthday,
and considerate
my birthday
president of
is
Spina
6
di
Ju-
Rosula, after all.
6 July.
Like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
No, it's still early to say happy birthday.
Off we go then.
If you see my profile, you already see my birthday.
I don't have
I
any
mean,
friends
in
that I can be
Genshin.
frank and honest with.
6-7. See? Unit. Where is it? This one. Oh no, it's not 7-6. It's 6-7. This is like a misunderstanding over here. 6 July. By the way, today is Johnny's birthday. Wait, what? Really? Seriously? I don't know about that. Oh, it was. It was his birthday. Okay, happy New Year to Johnny, by the way. It's not happy birthday.
Osmanthe.
I'm not expecting his birthday. I'm just using him right now. I'm using him for mining. I don't know it was his birthday. Okay, I don't know expecting that.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything.
He now is
We can't get
5,000.
around the obstacles without facing them.
5,001 year old.
brought up Poisson.
5,001 year old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I
You're
had
very
to do.
old. But look
As I was
young.
saying
I mean,
before,
he's old,
I want
and
to see
same
for
time he
myself
look
the
young.
things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. but they're more likely to unleash a tirade
So many
of
people
vitriol
hate
against me,
Furina right now.
which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
Yeah, because Furina lying to all them because she was a fake Archon. She not the real Archon. But to me, she still look like a full color, right? So her eyes look like a full color. Her face, her hair still look like a Hydro Archon. Only her outfit and personality is not look like a Hydro Archon. And she do not have vision at the same time.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Everyone hate her right now.
I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming
But
up
some
for
people don't
Saul
know.
dressed
She
as the
already
Hydro
suffering like a
Archon
500
as
years, you know.
extremely disrespectful.
Become a fake Archon. It's not her fault. Become the fake Archon because the Hydro Archon tell her to become a pretending to become Archon, right? I mean, pretending to become a Hydro Archon. So it's not her fault. He just followed the order from Hydro Archon. This is Celestia Force. Yeah, at the same time, Celestia actually evil though. Why all universe Celestia always be evil? I mean, in One Piece, Celestia is to be evil.
I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
What do you mean by that? You expected me to just keep running and hiding from my responsibility forever?
She still don't have vision. Yeah, I want to see where she get vision. I mean, she get vision in this quest?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Poisson. It sounds like a croissant. That one. You always get me. It always sound like a croissant. It's not poisson. It sound croissant, not poisson. So I need to go to the ship. Oh my god, it's so weird. I mean, very weird because you almost like a 2024 right now. It's not 2024 yet. To me, it's still 2023.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll, and here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell.
Oh, he's sit already. Okay.
The years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came.
Farina Vision was in the Auspicious Mechanism. Okay.
You shouldn't look at it like
Oritis
that.
Mechanis Denalis Cardinal, but no Novillat. Give it to the actual because she helping stopping the. Wait, I think Novillat give a Genosis, not the Vision. I think it's Genesis, right?
I've had to go through so many moments like that.
Because
for
the
sake of
truth about
protecting the
Fatu
truth.
Habeja, he just won
As time went on,
the
it got
Genesis,
harder
just that, nothing
and
else.
harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Reward? I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
What Pampa meant to say was that she does like to see you down.
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now
Yeah, it was a Genesis the whole time, that
free
one.
to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Today is 12/31/2023. Yeah, it was, but it's not New Year yet. No, okay.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
Don't want to be he don't want to be fat.
We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
I think I have to go.
That's right.
Okay, Luna.
He has some pretty memorable lines
Thank
too.
you for coming.
Like when he
And
imparts
Happy New Year
some
to you,
solemn words of
and
wisdom
have
to
a
the
great
little
day.
Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Yes.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it, and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense?
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aureli.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aureli. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Hello.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway.
Yo, she already...
As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a,
She
damsel
actually
in
don't have
distress
power at all.
more
What the
than
heck?
anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
Look at Paimon face. It's a settler.
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as the more brave and seasoned...
Aww, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Farina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy...
Don't worry, piece of cake.
No. Not ready.
It's nothing. Let's light it up. Give up.
Gather.
It's nothing. Your life is mine. Don't waste my time. I'm going in.
I will have order.
It's nothing.
Bravo! Good show!
Okay, I get it.
You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Oh, ahoy, Nick. Oh, I don't see you. Bonjour, Nick. Bonjour. I'm not expecting you here. By the way, Happy New Year to you. How you doing? Yeah, sometimes my streaming is kind of weird right now. Wait, why you not go to a 6? You not go to 6 FPS?
Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
Is it 2024 there already? Nope, it's not. It's not 2024 yet. Just want to say Happy New Year very early to y'all. Why?
Vilma, are you there?
Hey, it's already 2024 over there. To you.
What's Lady Farina doing here?
I can explain.
So,
this is why it's been a while not streaming. All my streaming getting weird right now.
Help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone.
Why are you not streaming like a 60 FPS? I don't know what the heck.
I care just as much as everyone else about making the little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the
I
show.
need to fixing my stream
If I
soon.
open this can of worms now,
not right now.
I just don't want to make things difficult.
Fiamma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to...
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Fiamma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the
why
show.
my streaming kind of weird
The
this
little
day.
Oceanid cannot be complete
Today I want
unless we do
streaming and
justice to
everything
Aurelie on an
really weird.
emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you
Yeah,
all
not
know
for us.
already,
It's
the
not-
troop
it's not
was
for
kept
you.
afloat
Okay.
not from ticket sales,
It's not
but
2024
donations
to
from
you,
the audience.
so
Of course, we took on side jobs when we weren't performing. But so, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide
need
the
to do
audience
my
with their drinks during
commission.
performances. It seemed like a win-win.
oh, you need to do your commission.
So,
Okay, it's fine.
I said yes to it
This is
on
not
the
like a
spot
24
without
hour
consulting the
year
director.
for us yet. Oh, it's not
It was only
24
when
hour
the
yet.
merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized
okay.
the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Dude, my stream is not good to like a 60 FPS. I don't know what the heck. Oh no, she's. I don't know how to. If I want to reset my stream, it's kind of. Oh, now my streaming series is in my niche. This spare ability reset. No, it's not yet. I think it's not. I don't know. I think it's not
freaked out
yet.
when I saw the boxes, and I told the director everything right away. She was
You sound a bit
completely shocked
angry.
as well.
You good? I don't
She
know.
didn't reprimand me
Everything's so
for
weird right
making
now.
the decision without consulting her. The merchant was furious, berated us for going
All
back
my
on our
streaming is
word,
a
and
little
threatened
weird
to
right now.
sue us
Everything
for
is
damages.
weird.
The amount was
My
astronomical.
streaming just running
there
like
was
a.
no way we'd be able to
Not
pay.
running like a 60 FPS right now.
And then
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
I see. So annoying then. Yeah, it's so annoying right now. I don't know how to reboot my stream back.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in
How
danger.
you doing on
Why
my?
in
I'm
God's
doing
name
my
didn't you
commission.
tell us?
Oh, it's fine. Go
What do you mean?
doing your commission.
You were afraid. This was a life
Don't worry
and death
about me, Nick.
situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
What is going on?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never, take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much what she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you.
Don't waste my time.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off. Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Need to read this one. Someone else was attacking. That much is 6 of the perhaps the 7 of someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She have not been the same size was there yesterday. Maybe not. I have a long size. I lost a track of the time. Sorry, I don't know. If you're waiting, this is of any use or how much longer I can do it from. I can already see my fate approaching, but what I terrifies me ever more is the thought of a sea is neither for of a trooping here. Have I truth protect them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I can't write no more. Oh, there was more. Okay, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't want to read everything. If anyone see this traveling safe, I then important please farewell in project life perform future regret. Why that solo? This page is over. Okay, no one. Okay, just that. Nothing want to read it. I'm not reading. Good reader.
She was so terrified.
She was a girl get devolving right in front of her.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebooks. The lyric continuing, however, once the page have been thrown out, folding up, and placed next to the last blank page at the bottom of the flooding. There are 2 news lines rolling has right in the handwriting much more than illegible than before, but it was seemed that they took her both great effort and a great deal of the time to wait. If you become a human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face the suffering and the loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am the older sister to them. I'll love them. You love me. I love them. I don't know who them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision, even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Still need to go in for the Farina quest. Yeah, because of Vache is killing a lot of women when just doing like an experiment. What is wrong with that guy? That guy is need to do. The guy probably don't have brain.
Give up.
Vache. Oh, cutscene. Oh no, I think it's cutscene. Okay.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Farina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow—
Huh? But then—
After all, this role was originally meant to be— Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like, all right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No, that's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really—
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette.
So now we go to the Nervilette. We go up. Which way? Oh, oh, okay. Now I can continue this quest. I mess up everything.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming.
Wait, why is
Sir
Two Musketeers? It's
Kamisato
supposed to be
and
Three
Lady Ayaka
Musketeers.
arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Something
Oh,
right.
What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, We must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough Mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that.
All right. Then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler...
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the Traveler's journey across Devat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job? Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me! I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also...
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina, do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well, Oh, I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now.
Fine, you're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film, anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll...
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontanalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontanalia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontanalia mousse!
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontanalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Well, what could that be?
Paimon.
Your words of praise.
Paimon will be sweet dessert.
This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontanalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it? No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards. Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the... Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Sure, you can come back once you've reviewed the basics of film composition and feel ready. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Okay, grab the cap. Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of The Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervilat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask.
Our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
As much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves, a great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Lorand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They it would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their captain, Chevres.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation?
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team!
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own—
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevres is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our 2 lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Oh, hello, Duck. How you doing? And Happy New Year to you. I mean, I think a Happy New Year too early for you. Welcome to the stream.
All right, this is the place.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment.
You look
I'll
more
go fetch
like
her.
a
She's
Sasori
working
than
now,
last time.
so you might not want to get in her way.
Wait, what? I'm not sus. What the heck is going on?
Standing there and reading a novel?
Wait, who?
Just
Oh, it was you, Shawn. What the heck?
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then.
I didn't know that you changed your name.
She sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion.
I'm not
Even
Saz.
a
Why you
local
keep
like
calling me
me
Saz?
just
Why you-
trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
So many characters I want to pull right now. I want to pull in for her. Cheverus. She using gun and she look cute. I changed my name to get you in each time. What the heck? You change your... You try to trolling me or something. If you want to trolling me, it's not working at all. Trust me.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right?
She just changed
Maybe I
her
can let you in on
personality
what's
very
happening
quick.
then.
She's
Now
very
that
serious
Lachey
and
has
then
been
she's
brought to
just very
justice,
calm right now.
no
What the
new
heck?
shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market.
Curious.
Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hey, I'm Chevras. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevras. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevras' line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that? What Bullchecker is really saying is, if you wanna fight the Oni King,
Well, so why do you
you
look
have to
like
go through
a
Sky Pleading
sun
White Iron
Boyuta?
Lavender Melon first.
I don't know. I just want to try something
Really?
new, you know.
You're
It's
going
not
to help
SAS.
us with
Okay,
our
stop
humble
calling
film
that.
project?
Sure, it's no big deal.
Daijoubu,
As I said,
daijoubu.
we've wrapped up our
Kimi no to
investigation here, so
yoai
I don't
mo.
have any other tasks on my plate for the moment.
Nice, fine,
Besides,
already.
I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting...
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain. He'd better.
Why is she acting like a very okay, never mind. Ore wa Gojo Satoru. Oh, she wanted to talk to me. Okay.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevres?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning
It's
home,
because
they
you're
found
SAS.
their mother
Why?
had been murdered and
There's
left dead
no
on the floor.
reason why I'm
It was
SAS. I
quite
mean, I'm not
evident
doing
that the
anything
culprits
SAS
were
right
the
now. What
other
the heck?
members of the baron's household who
It's
never
just,
had any
it's just
kind
changing
words
like
to say
a
to them.
model outfit, you know?
However,
Become
the
a
baron was
Gojo or
able to
something.
exert his influence and keep the whole
Maybe I want
thing
to
under
become
wraps.
a
The mother's
Itadori
death was
soon.
eventually deemed
Yeah,
as a
I
suicide,
want to become a
and there was
Itadori.
no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings
Itadori
decided to
Yujin.
flee and someday avenge their mother.
Kokusen.
Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep,
Yeah,
the baron
you
got
just
what he deserved
proving
for
my
his evil
point,
deeds,
Yusa.
and
What
justice
the-
was able to
Why
prevail.
I'm proving? I'm not proving
It was
anything,
just
SAS
the
right
kind
now.
of
What the
story
heck?
I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevres?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions. Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before. There's been a recent murder case
this?
involving muskets.
Ah, come on, Nick. I'm doing
Perpetrators'
quests
methods
right now.
appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
It's not
The
very good
Marishose
timing
Phantom hasn't yet
on doing
released any
quests.
information to the public because
Sorry,
the
Nick.
investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail.
Can someone from the special patrol help you in investigation?
Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility.
You are
Our
my
job is to apprehend
special.
the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marishose Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest. I don't want people to see muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
What do you think, Traveler? Yeah, you're right. Paimon's getting a little tired, too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Though if it's Chavez in the Navia banner, maybe I can get her. But she in the she in Raiden and Yoimiya banner. We did not get her from free, right? If we can get her from free, that is very good. You know why she sounds sus as you? Why she sounds sus as me? What the heck? Need to wait falling morning day. Need to wait falling morning day. Spending to time, I guess. I just want her from free, if I can get. Do I miss something from the stream? For the streaming, if you can get her from free. I think she like a only 4-star with long hair, right? Nobody else have a long hair anymore. She's the only 4-star, right? With long hair. Can't feel now. She have a longer hair down here. Not really long. That's not enough. With the most longer hair. This is not hair. Nope. 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 Oh no. Okay, I think she the female. I think she the most longer hair. I mean 4-star only. Yeah, how to check on this one? She already here? Oh no, she's not here anymore yet. Yeah, she's still not here. I want to see her. Oh, I forget. Navia. Okay. If Kara have it, never mind. Every year there is Tiger Sun. Why? Why am I? You just nickname, you know. And the name giving to by my friend. My friend named me. And then I like this name. Like early morning or something. It's 8 to 10. Okay, I'm doing wrong. 8, 10, 10, 10, 10. Do, 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 do.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered.
What? It's still not.
If you'd like
I
learn
think it's 10 or so, bruh.
for etiquette.
We are special. Giving it fresh. Okay.
I'd be happy to.
It's finally time to
Okay.
meet up with everyone.
Go to the hotel
making
Debord
film
to
last
fill.
If Paimon remembers
hotel?
right, we're meeting at Hotel Debord. Let's get going.
You teleport over here. That's not hotel. That's restaurant. Never mind.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture. So I rode the aquabus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right? Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
You made me more happy than this. But her battle is she the skipping character.
At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything
Not
at all.
salty, it's very salty.
Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
What do you mean it's not very salty? It's very salty.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beast.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
She having a lot of fun right now in Fontaine. Do you have Yoimiya? Yeah, I have Yoimiya. I have her. I have Yoimiya
was
and her
down there
bow.
for quite a while.
I have her
it was
weapon
dark
too.
before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others, they...
We're
Okay,
here.
if you have a Yomiya, use Sasai. Why? If you have Yomiya, it means I'm Sas? What do you
Please
mean?
excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Good morning, everyone.
Boarding. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
Wait, what? Yomiya became an assistant?
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not.
If you...
I spent
Wait,
the
what?
whole night reading the novel
What is
from
that?
cover to
Go
cover,
to the underwater and
marking
hold
sections that
the
either
water
need to be
attack.
omitted or
what?
adapted.
Wow, Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the
If you
morning.
down bad for Yomiya, do it.
It seems
Wait, why
everyone
you
has
need to do it?
managed
Do
to
what?
arrive on
Go to the
time.
underwater and hold the water attack. Wait, what?
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Beno, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have
Wait,
some
what?
real
What is-
professionals joining the crew now.
He
First
Benek
of all,
with O.
please allow
not
me
E.
to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Do it and check
The
around the
story
screen
is
to
the
see
reason
anything
I
that
agreed to
happening.
join.
What do you mean?
I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the
There's
very
something you can
best
do,
director.
something about Yomiya?
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film,
Give me that. Let
I'll
me
do
doing
whatever
this
I
first,
can to
and then
ensure
let
that
me doing
everything
something you
goes
want
as
to me
smoothly
doing it
as possible.
about Yomiya?
This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person. So, without further ado, The Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now!
Okay, clapping. I want to clap.
You
but I
may
cannot
take
clap
it from
right now.
here, Director Farina.
All right. Listen up, everyone.
Oh, so many people right now.
The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that. Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Okay, we already started. Rose and Musketeer. Musketeer. Wow, okay, I'm kinda okay. So what you need to do? I mean, using Yomiya, this is kind of like a glitch thing. I need to do something. How about this? So we have Yomiya. Where is my Yomiya? Where is she? Okay.
Let's go out and play. I await your instruction.
Maybe we put Traveler.
There's still a long road ahead.
So what you need to do? There's something you can do. Where the place you can do this thing. Go to the underwater and holding the water attack. What kind of water attack? Go to the underwater and then holding it. What you can do? Yomiya? Using Yomiya? And then using this one? Why you can... Like this? What is it? What you can do? What is going on? Doing a check around the screen to see anything that happened. See something that happened around the screen? What happened? Wait, what? I don't see anything happen right now. What the heck? Wait, what? Do I doing it right? But now you clueless and check under Yomiya. Okay, never mind. Enough with this. Bruh, why? Why you tell me to see that? You tell me I'm the sus one. You do only one be sus right here. What the heck? You make me doing something sus right now. Check under Yomiya. No, I don't want to check under it.
A little more to the left.
You got it. Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine.
Well, I mean, I saw it.
You know,
Never mind.
lighting
Yeah,
is
you
kinda
did.
like designing
Seemed
a
to me.
fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right?
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
The clapping board just get editing out in the post-production.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yomiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Yomiya is very exciting
Looks
now.
like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we? Paimon's really happy to hear that.
Of course, you're very happy right now. Wait, Farina not doing anything? She just sitting over here? Okay, never mind. I think Chori is like a 4-star character, I think. She's not like a 5-star, I guess. She 4-star and Soul User, I guess. Catalyst? Not supposed to be Catalyst, right? I don't know. It's my guess.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Wait, Ayato and Shiori is like a couple? They both a couple? Wait, you both couple? Because Ayato like a very know about Shiori now. Very interesting.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots
Oh.
will also be added in
Oh, Omar.
post-production.
Thank
Happy
you,
New
Veronique.
Year to you.
I think I know where to start now.
How you doing?
However, the musket's gears
I
and
don't
firing
expect you
pin can still
coming.
use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before
Happy
we
New Year
start
to
shooting.
you, Omar.
That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Happy 2024 to you.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
How
Though
are
these
you?
props differ from the
Me doing
muskets I
fine.
use, I can still give you some pointers.
Thank you for asking, Omar. How are you doing?
Good.
Well,
I look forward to your
after
instruction.
streaming, I need to go because
First and foremost,
not like
never
right now,
point the weapon at anyone,
like a few
regardless
hours.
of whether it's a real or
After
prop
that, I
weapon
need
or
to
whether
go to
you're holding
watching
it or it's on the
firework.
table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Hey, it's
Like
already Happy New Year to you.
Not
I
bad.
mean,
Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
oh, okay, that's a good one.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point.
It's
But
almost
are you sure you
8
wish to do
p.m.
this?
Oh, almost 8 p.m.
I believe it would be most fitting.
It's like a
Well, if you insist.
more like a 4 hour
All right,
right now.
I understand.
Before before New Year to you. Yeah, maybe it's too early to say Happy New Year to you, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Please come over here.
Huh?
It's time to watch a
What's
firework.
going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure? From a director's point of view.
So that means today you're
felt
not
like
working?
The relationship between the two
You not work today,
musketeers in
Uma?
the original story could be improved.
Or you work
The
right
older
now?
brother in the
Oh no,
story
no, it's
plays
for
the lead
why you
role
work
with
right
his
now? Because
overbearing
already night, right?
character.
What the heck,
But
bro?
this causes his
kind of
character
question I
to
just told you right now?
overshadow that of his sister. And the
Sorry
theme of
about
the
that.
two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
I'm
You're doing
outside
a
of
great
the work
favor
right
for
now.
me, Miss
yeah.
Chevres.
Are you still working
have my
right now? Wait,
gratitude.
what?
Don't mention it.
You work
I
at the
like
night?
this character, so if anything, I
You're
should be
kinda
the
old
one
right now.
thanking you.
I mean, a bird.
Well,
I mean,
since
old.
my brother is the one who brought up
You're
the
not
idea,
old?
I suppose
Okay,
there's
never
no
mind.
need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
I want to pull it for her, by the way. I need to get her.
Seems
I mean,
like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
she's like a very
Surely you
unique
jest,
character.
you.
I mean, Chevrolet is like a
I
really
assure you
unique
that I
character.
was mostly motivated
She
by
like a
a desire
full
to
star with
spend
the
more
long
time
hair.
on formal business.
She didn't have the most
oh,
long
come
hair.
on, you really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Happy New Year with Happy New Year make me like a feel old person right now. I'm aging right now.
Yes, I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more
I
time
want
to
to do
prepare.
something weird right now.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard.
Give me-
Actors to your positions.
Oh no, he's
We're
not.
about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
Dude, I'm used to using this voice. What the f- Yeah, we better minion. I don't know if some people will be annoying with this or not, but I miss this voice.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
It's 2024, guys. We're using a different voice right now.
Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone.
Happy New Year to y'all.
The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's
go to the
estate.
Discord now. Now you
They've been ostracized
happy
and
to see
verbally
you.
abused
Okay,
by
Omar,
others in the household.
thank you for coming to the
but
stream.
They still have
I
no
will see you
idea
in
why.
Discord
We want
if
to
I have
capture
time.
how naive and innocent they are,
Happy to see you
despite
too.
their pain.
Voice.
Chevres will be
Yeah,
playing
the
the
voice,
role
yeah,
of
the
the
voice.
older sister,
I miss this voice.
and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment.
I don't know, some people will be annoying with this voice, I guess.
Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while
Thank
now.
you, thank you.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
I see you around, Oma.
Iris, Tulip.
Thank you for coming to the stream. Sorry, we didn't have a heart. I only can do like a visual heart. Okay, sorry about it. I don't know how to say it. Look in the zoom for a close shot.
Mother, you were out for so long. We were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names.
Wait, why is Ayaka voice changing right now?
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me.
Pen over the tree, okay.
It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them.
Dude, if you
No
hear
one
this
can
voice,
define you
it's-
with such words. You both have
I miss
wonderful
this
lives
voice.
ahead of you, just like your names.
I'm
You
sorry.
will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actor's emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles. This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Oh, its camera is not C. E-bike care.
Mother?
What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother!
Oh no, she's dead.
Mother... She's...
Huh? There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions.
Aw, she cried, dude. Why is
Iris,
this like a
we need to
cutscene?
leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka!
Dude,
Were those real
bruh.
tears I saw? How did
The
you do
cutscene
it?
almost touching
I
my
was surprised
emotion right now.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said
You do a
action,
cutscene, but you
I
almost
told
take my.
myself not to think about anything.
I almost.
I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind
Nick, you're
and
here.
focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance
Happy
was
New Year to you,
amazing.
Nick.
Have I discovered an acting prodigy?
I'm going again now.
Pipe
Are you
down,
go?
everyone!
You going
We
again?
need to move on to the next scene!
Oh, okay, it's fine. Wait, already New Year to you? For me, it's not. Happy New Year! Wait, we're not using a different voice.
Happy New Year to y'all. Fine. Totally look like an idiot now. Happy New Year to everyone. Oh no, I need to continue the. Ah, shish. I think. Wait, what? Oh, I need to continue the. Okay, Farina quest. Why not? Why not? Farina quest, of course. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm now.
I feel weird right now using this voice.
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
We meet Novelet.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you too, Traveler and Paimon.
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes, and this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
Oh, hello there,
In the past,
Par?
we sat in our high chairs in the
Katsu
court,
Yang?
giving our
Yang?
opinions
That's how
on
you call
isolated
yourself?
cases,
Sorry about that.
all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one.
How are
Maybe
you?
it's
I'm
because
doing
I
fine.
finally become
Thank
an
you for
ordinary
asking.
person
How
and
about you?
gained my freedom. But I've developed a great sense of curiosity
And
about
Happy
their
New Year to
lives.
you.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding...
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalette.
You are very welcome.
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard. How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot! You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially after seeing the script today. Oh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Huh? Right now? But we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Good news, everyone. It's done. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us! We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, O little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Farina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave direct...
Will she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je serai toujours là, à voir le monde et s'inventer, et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself. Even if still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on!
Oh, so it was Farina after all.
She's back!
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Farina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Farina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all. Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Yoo-hoo!